Let's talk sensory processing, children, and the impact sensory processing can have on classroom management. So, what is sensory processing? Incoming information from our bodies and the environment travels up to our brain. The brain is then responsible for organizing and interpreting this information. This understanding of incoming information and our response to it is called sensory processing. Sensory input can be regulating or dysregulating, depending on the type, amount, and individual who is exposed to the input. If something is regulating, this means it can help a child achieve and maintain an optimal level of alertness. This level of alertness can help the child attend and respond to sensory stimuli in the environment. In the classroom, a regulated child may look focused, calm, ready to learn, and able to follow directions. A child who is dysregulated may be moving and speaking quickly, appear impulsive, shriek or yell, and demonstrate difficulty following directions. To understand sensory processing, we need to talk about the senses. First, there's the 5 that you typically think of: taste, auditory, visual, tactile, and smell. Now we're going to talk about 3 extras. The first is proprioception. This is the sense of where your body is in space. It helps regulate the amount of force one uses and is needed for smooth and controlled movement. The next is the vestibular system. This is responsible for your sense of balance and movement. The third is interoception. This is the sense of internal body signals, such as feeling anxious or hungry. To help better understand sensory processing, we're going to use an analogy. This is a sensory cup. To have my sensory needs met, I need enough sensory input, which is going to be represented by this paper, to fill my cup. But I also don't want too much input that my cup overflows and is spilling out. A cup that is filled just right can give me the amount of input to feel regulated and be able to engage appropriately with my surroundings. A cup that is too empty or too full can make me feel dysregulated, making it harder to engage with the environment around me. Everyone has unique sensory needs, and they may have different size cups. They may even have different cups for each sensory system. If someone is under-responsive to sensory input, it may take a lot of stimuli and stimuli of different types to fill their cup. If someone is over-responsive, they may have a smaller cup. This means it may take less input and time for their cup to fill. If their cup overflows, this person may feel dysregulated and be unable to meet the needs of their environment. Research has identified 4 patterns of sensory processing based off of common characteristics of individuals in response to sensory input. These patterns include sensory seekers, sensory avoiders, sensory sensors, and people with low registration. Check out the next video to learn more.